Hello and very warm welcome to Dr. Zia Ahmed YouTube channel. Today again we are going to talk about some matters related to research. In my first video about research I had introduced what research is going to be, and in this short video we are going to talk about the types of research, because students should know which research they are entering into and what are the requirements of that research. So let us begin with the types of research. Let me show you the kind of topic that we are going to discuss about its types of research. And here, let's first of all start the two major types of researches, that is going to be descriptive research and analytical research. Descriptive, as the title goes to show, it's about describing something, but we cannot describe everything. It is the thing which exists. I mean, the data or the matter or the kind of things which are existing around us, is we are going to describe about that. Whatever the state of affairs they are with that research would be called as descriptive research. This research mostly is conducted in the social sciences and businesses. But the most important thing about this research is that we cannot have any control. The researcher has very little control on that because the things are already existing. He cannot change these things. He simply needs to describe all these things. Well, here in this research, most of the time, the tools which are used are surveys and inquiries. With the help of that, the researcher can conduct the collection of data and the analysis of data as well. So basically, as the people say, descriptive research would be about describing about the things in a scientific and research manner. Analytical research, on the other hand, is about the facts which are already existing, and we do not have to collect the facts, and therefore the existing facts are to be analyzed. And this is most of the time used at that time when one is required to conduct a critical evaluation or the analysis of the facts. So analytical research is concerned about the facts which are existing, and one is required to analyze these facts. One doesn't need to collect these facts, these are already available, and because of their availability it's very easy to go through them and to conduct the analysis through some kind of software or tool or whatever method we may use. So that type of research will be called as the analytical research. Now, not only this analytical research is important, but there are many other ways also to conduct research, and these ways goes to perform more kinds and types of research. Let me show you what next I have for you. Here is the next research, which is called as the next type of research. Let us say it's called as the applied research and fundamental research. Now, applied, as one can understand the clue from applied linguistics, that as you teach language in the classroom, the linguistics there becomes applied. I mean, when it is used, when the theory of something is used, that becomes applied. This research most of the time is used about finding of some of the solutions of the problems or the issues the society is suffering from, any department is suffering from, or any person is suffering from. That research is called as the applied research. So finding solutions of the problems is actually the kind of research which is called as the applied research. This research most of the time concludes something about the problem. It means gives a solution that if this is thing, that thing is done, definitely the research would be very much good and the problem will be solved. It also is used in order to identify the trends which are available in different places. For example, fashion trends, for example, one can see the kind of sale and purchase trends, or the things which are emerging in research, for example, in studies, for example. The trends can also be identified with the help of applied research, because this would provide some kind of solution that on the basis of these trends, how the modes of things doing may be changed or may be kept the same one. On the other hand, fundamental research is about the knowledge, that knowledge which is created by the researcher for the sake of knowledge. It's basic knowledge which is created. And when the knowledge is created, it is generalized, that the same knowledge or the same idea which has been generated may be applicable to almost everything. So it means that generalization is done with the help of the fundamental research. It is also used to formulate theories or the ideas by some of the experts of the field, the scientists or the critics or the theorists. When they want to formulate some theory, this type of research is used. This is called as the fundamental fundamental research. So in this way, fundamental research and applied research also become one of the main motives of the research, or they are the main areas where the researches are conducted for the solution of the problems or for generating the new methodologies or the theories the fundamental research is created. Let's see more. And here comes the next one. It is about quantitative and qualitative research. These are the two research types where everybody is aware of that. For example, if we want to measure the quantity of some data or some amount or something, that research will be used quantitative. Quantitative research is the thing which is done in quantitative terms. I mean, one is able to describe or tell how much or what is the number of the quantity of something like that. On the other hand, qualitative research is about the kind and type, and it is about the finding out of the motives and the desires of the people and the attitude of the people. The qualitative research is used. Most of the people are well aware of the two words, that is the two terms, quantitative and qualitative, because they use this word in their researches most of the time. They should also know, however, that this is not simply type of research, it's also the approach to research as well. But then it can also be brought under the types of the research, that is quantitative and qualitative. That means when we measure the quality of something, that would be called as qualitative research, or when we go for measuring of the quantity of something, that will be the quantitative research. These two areas differ widely from each other. Tools may be different, or the ways and modes of analysis will be different in case of quantitative and qualitative research. However, most of the time people are engaged into these researches. Let's see more what else we can have as the types of researches. It is conceptual research and empirical research now. Conceptual research is definitely done about some abstract thing or some idea or about some theory. And this is the research most of the time conducted by the philosophers or the thinkers. Sometimes this research is also employed or used in order to interpret the concepts which are already available. So conceptual research will be about the theories and the ideas and the abstracts, but it also goes to interpret and explain these concepts as well. On the other hand, empirical research is about the experiences or the observation. I mean, this research is conducted through some experimentation and, of course, observation. For this purpose, the researcher is required to go ahead and find out the first-hand facts. And this he can do by conducting some experiment or through certain observation. He can conduct this. So that research would be called as the empirical research. For this purpose, the researcher is required to prepare the experimental design also, and he can control one variable and he can leave uncontrolled other variable, and he can judge and experience what is the change that is brought when some particular variable is injected into the process of research. So that is two types of basic researches. One is conceptual research and experimental research. After this conceptual and experimental research, major types of research, and however, we have many more types of researches as well. So some of the names are included by me in this video. That is one-time research. It is concerned about the research on a particular time. And after that is the longitudinal research, and that research is also about time, but it is about the chunks of time. That one may be conducted on 1 year, then after some time, on another year, the research is conducted, then on another year, the research is conducted. That would be called as the longitudinal research. Again, there's a field setting and laboratory research. That is how we conduct researches in the field, and what is the way when we are conducting some laboratory researches. Most of the time it is in the scientific and computer fields. Some are the simulated researches where artificial environment is developed in order to conduct a research. Then it's the clinical or diagnostic research that is conducted for the medical purposes or for medicinal purposes, one can say. Then is the exploratory research, that is establishing one hypothesis or testing one hypothesis. Exploratory researches are conducted. Some of the researchers also go forward to conduct the historical researches. So, dear students, that's going to be all about the types of research in this lecture. You have come to know the titles of researches, of the types of researches, what major researches are conducted in most of the fields that you are going to. So that was very good to know what the types of researches are. And if you understand something, do not fail to hit the subscribe button or the like button. And if you have been facing some of the problems about this video, you may be sending your comments as well. I may be able to reply sometime. So far, that's it from me, from my side. Hope to see you in some next video about research as well. So thank you for watching. See you again in some next video.